Good evening from the old man that plays video games. I'm going to try to do the horizontal measuring. I've actually tried this a couple of times today and we had a couple little issues. So I'm going to try a couple of different things to see how we can make this work. First, I'm going to measure off. I'm going to move the bed. We're going to put the bed in the middle. Because I'm running into issues of where are the blocks coming from? How are we linking up? Foot of the bed, pillow of the bed, bottom of the block, top of the pillow. We've got our vertical measuring out. I was really proud of how well that did. And now I'm running into some of the problems. So let me set up a little training thing. We're going to go off of the center block here, and we're going to go in the north direction. I want to measure horizontal linking where we're at. So let me do that real quick, and we will come back to this. Okay, so I'm measuring off in the north direction from the 0 point. I am counting the 0 point as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm testing multiple ones here, and I'm not making a big how can I say this? Big glass closet almost for these guys to stand in. I'm just blocking them from moving forward. So will he link at 14 blocks away? Of course, he's a nitwit. And he does link. Bye, buddy. At 15 blocks away. He does link. "16 blocks away. He does link. All right. We're now going to be 17 blocks away from the bed, from the side of the bed. All right. So he did not link there. We're going to try something here. We're going to put the bed that way, where the head is still at the one spot, but the feet of the bed are going out one block. So from the pillow, all these numbers are still correct, but from the foot of the bed, they are one less. So let's see what this does. He does not link to the foot of the bed, being one closer. Let's do this with the pillow one closer. That links. But that does not. Okay. So that is correct. Those two don't count. We can link up 16 away from the center. From the pillow, not the foot. Let's set this up in the western direction. I'll be right back from doing that. Okay, similar setup. We're going off in the western direction. I've put a measuring stick out here, and I've marked off the 14th block, 15, 16, 17, based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And let's see if 14 away from the pillow does it. It does. Good job, buddy. 15. It does. 16 from the pillow. It does there too. I'm so proud of you. 17 from the pillow. Let's test something. Since we are off the vertical from the bed, I want to see. So right now, 16 from the pillow, including the pillow. Yep. Let's put the pillow on the far side. Now all of these numbers are one longer. Doesn't look like you're linking up there, buddy. He does link up. All right. So it's from the pillow, not the bed. So I guess I don't need the signs anymore. So those are the dimensions of a villager being able to link to a bed, a single bed and a single villager. Now, I'm going to go ahead and box all this in, and we will see. I'm going to use a glass to show these dimensions. I'm going to go with probably go with the colors I got going on here. And I'm going to show you what the box is for measuring off of this one bed right there in the middle. And I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I have finished mapping out every single block, at least mapping out the bounding box of what can link to that. Every single one of these blocks is 16 away from the pillow and horizontally. And let's see, the 4 and 4. And I made every spawnable block, anything that something could spawn on top of it, glass. That's the way I'm going to go forward. If it's a spawnable block and I don't want it to be spawnable, I'm going to make it out of glass. I don't have to worry about that. Whereas the ones that are, obviously nothing can spawn on top of these, I made them out of concrete. So to test this, we're going to play with some villagers. One way out here. He should link to the bed. He does. Bye, buddy. Up here. He does. Oh, I didn't differentiate this wall. Let me do this real quick. There we go. Even this guy right out here, the very corner. He links to that bed. Now, this guy shouldn't link to the bed unless he walks over there. Ooh, he linked. Let's try a different side. Let's get rid of the bed. There's no villagers around here. There's no beds around here. Everybody has fallen to their doom. Yeah, there's nobody out here. Now I'm just looking foolish. Granted, the south and east sides, I did not measure those. I just went around. So let's test something here. I did test the west side. He's not linking. That's the north side. Let's measure. So from the bed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 16, 17, 18. So I'm right on for where 16 should be. He should link. Yep. He should link. Yep. Coming out the south side, going in the positive direction of Z. I'm at 16. This is, we counted, this is 17 blocks, including the pillow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This should be the 17th block away. The 18th block away. Not linking. So let's check in this direction going east. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 18. 16 lines up, 17 and 18. Let's check 15 away. Does he hit the bed? Or link to the bed? He does at 15. $16 away. He does. $17 blocks away from the pillow. $18 blocks away from the pillow. Nothing. So that should be the limit. All of this needs to move out one. All of this needs to move out one. Why? Aren't distances measured from the northwest corner? It should be measured from here, which means that going off in that direction, we're I need to wrap my brain around this a little more. Let me give this a read. All right, so I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. I went ahead and made banners with the numbers counting out. Make sure I'm just not losing my head. So from the pillow, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Get those all up out of the way. I don't need them. Get my glass back. Let's come back here. So 17 away from the pillow. He links to the bed. All right, I need to do some reading. I'm gonna come back. Okay, I may have found something that gets us to what I'm looking for. And it's in this little bit right here. The raid triggering read. This is from the village bounding boxes, which, like I said in a previous video, is one of the best explanations, all the different minor points of village boundaries. I was reading this the other day, and I kind of skimmed over this part, and this time I'm looking to pay attention because I'm like, why is the South and the West so much more of an issue when it comes to these villagers linking to the bed? And I'm thinking that this is at least pointing me in the right direction. The raid triggering region. A player with a bad omen triggers a raid when their position eyes enter a village's AABB. I explained it in a earlier. AABB is the axis aligned bounding box. So when we're getting into the axis aligned bounding box, trying to trigger a raid, it enters the villagers, the bounding box, basically the 65 by 65 by 25 area that's going to trigger a raid if the village has not been stretched. However, the game rounds a player's position down to the nearest integer before checking if the player is inside the village's AABB. Additionally, due to a logic error, a position on the edge of the AABB is considered inside the AABB regardless of which edge it is. As a consequence, the player within one block of the south, east, or top of the AABB can trigger a raid before a player physically enters the village's AABB. This is why using the bad omen to measure a village's AABB is only accurate for the northwest and bottom edges of the AABB, which is that's something that I demonstrated in a previous video when determining, where is the edges of the village. When does a bad omen take effect? And when into the north, you figure it out. You go in from the west, you figure it out. You go in from the bottom, you figure it out. And you figure it out and you add to. Coming in from the east and the south, because of a logic error, it's going to round down and assume that the edge line is in the village. And that is the exact logic that we're getting right here, with this being 17 blocks away from the pillow on that bed. That's the exact same logic, and the villager is getting an entity calculation on their location. Same for over here. He's linking up to the bed. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same banner thing going off in the north and the west, and we're going to show that the 17th block does not do this on the north and west sides. So I'm going to do that here real quick. Okay, and I'm back. I have lined out the west and north lines, measuring lines. I have numbered them all out. They both start with 1 being the diamond block that's down there. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we're going to test our guy at 16. There's our bed with the pillow at 0. 16 away, and he links. $17 away in the west direction. And he does not link. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 0, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. Let's go to check 16 here. And he links like he's supposed to. Trying to run away from me. 17 away. Hey, kiddo. Were you not dead yet? $17 away from the bed. Let's see how this works. Yeah, I'm not a fan of when those glitches happen, because if I put this guy here, I mean, well, we'll do this. We're going to put this guy close enough. He's going to link. And he linked because that villager wasn't dead yet. You just saw a little smoke, a puff of smoke from him. Yep. So because of this right here, I think that measuring the distance away from the pillow of a bed for linking purposes is 16 blocks if you're measuring north and west, and 17 blocks if you're measuring east and south. And that may be why also there's a little bit of confusion about above the pillow. There is literally 1, 2, 3, 4 surfaces that you could spawn on. And below the pillow, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 surfaces that you can spawn on. Is that right? Shouldn't be able to spawn from there, link from there. No, didn't think so. But he can from there. Yep. Oh, didn't quite go away, did you there, buddy? So what that tells me is I need to make the bounding box for what can link to that one bed on the south and east sides one larger. Let me go ahead and do that. All right, so this should be an accurate representation of where a villager can connect to that bed. I mean, obviously, everything's not filled in there, but going off in the south direction, we can go up to 17. And going off in the east direction, we can go off to 17. Because we've proven the north direction, 17 won't link. Going off in the west direction. West. 17 won't link. But going off in the south direction, 17 does link. And going off in the east direction, 17 does link. Which means way out here at the southeast at 1616, which is 17 blocks from that way and 17 blocks from that way, this should link. He does. But this guy shouldn't. All right. I think I've made this video long enough. I think I'm satisfied with the very, very loose reason that I found as to why people assuming that beds can link to 16 away is a decent assumption, but not correct. And I'm just so surprised there's so little documentation about bed linking. And because I've looked at YouTube, I've looked at Reddit, I can't find anybody that has explored the linking mechanic to this extent for horizontal and vertical. So I'm hoping that these videos that I've made, and I'm adding them onto my Village Mechanics Explained playlist, but these last two videos are probably the best explanation, most thorough testing environment. I mean, like, there's absolutely nothing. I'm in a void world where I set the stone platform to a giant compass showing off the chunks that we're mostly in. Heck, you can go ahead and check our chunks now, see how we're looking. I mean, is this a chunk border thing? You know, no, because this is spawnable here. And that's outside the chunk border of what it can be. Yep. So I'm going to actually I want to take the little flag out here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this world downloadable. I'm going to upload it somewhere where people can test it out themselves on Bedrock and see if they can figure out why we're getting 17 blocks away from a bed is activating things. This has been the old man that plays video games, and I hope this has helped anyone out in getting into the deep details of villager bed linking mechanics. In the next video, I hope to explore how you have multiple villagers can be spread out when it comes to linking the beds. As long as someone is within this amount of range of a bed, anyone in the village can link to it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and enjoy this.